All right, I'm Nick. This is take 7. Okay, I haven't been happy with what I've said, but I want to get the point across that today we're talking about kayak trolling motor batteries. Really, there's batteries that can be used with any trolling motor. We're talking about it in regards to kayaking. Okay, we have batteries in front of us from Dakota Lithium, Dr. Prepare, Power Queen, LiTime. We've got batteries everywhere, okay? Most of them were sent to us for free. I think we bought the LiTime or LiTime or however it's pronounced for 50% off. We do have chargers with those as well, and we'll get to all that, okay? We're going to ramble a bit. We're going to be all over the place. But, you know, the companies, they send us the stuff. They send us a thing. Hey, put this affiliate link in there, do all these things. And, look, I'm going to make all these companies mad. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not putting any of those affiliate links below. I'm going to tell you that the Power Queen and the LiTime are the same exact battery, and they're both great, so just go buy whichever one you want. Maybe you prefer the brown top. Maybe you prefer the black battery. They're the same battery. Everything about them is pretty much identical. It's crazy. So if you want a battery, just go to their website and buy one. They're heavily discounted right now, okay? And they're going to make more than enough money off people who watch this video to justify sending us these batteries, okay? So let's talk about a few things. When we first started making the videos about the Garmin Force, there were some comments about battery testing, and they were like, hey, we don't want you to test a Dakota Lithium because it's not affordable. We're not going out to buy that, okay? So that makes sense. Like this battery here. Actually, this battery doesn't work anymore. The date on this battery is 2022 for manufacturing. This battery does not work. It does actually say made in China on there, so you can't say this is American made and the price is justifiable. It says made in China. This battery hasn't worked in a year, which means it only worked for 2 years. This is a 12 volt, 135 amp hour battery. MSRP on this battery when it was sent to us was $1,500. That did include a charger. That price tag is crazy, and it no longer works. Now, this company, I believe it does say they have an 11-year warranty. I haven't done anything about that because I was pretty disgusted in the situation, and I hadn't even reached out to them. They would probably take care of it. Once again, though, we didn't buy this. It was sent to us. We used it on several kayaks years ago. But the average consumer is not going to go buy this battery. This is crazily priced. Now, I think it's 26 pounds, 135 amp hour. It's a pretty small package for what it is. Lots of battery technology in there, I'm sure. However, it doesn't work anymore, so that's all irrelevant. But in that comment section, the people were like, hey, we want to know if a Power Queen works. We want to know if a LiTime or LiTime. We want to know if those batteries work. So I sent those two companies emails. Power Queen sent us the batteries for free. LiTime, I believe we paid 50%. We did get a charger from Power Queen. We bought a charger from LiTime for half off. And another battery we have over here that I haven't really messed with much, but it comes with this smart battery box, is from a company called Dr. Prepare. There's a 100 amp hour in here, okay? So we have batteries everywhere, all right? We're going to talk about battery life and my thoughts on that in a minute. But first off, we're just going to really focus on the Power Queen and the LiTime because they, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. They are made in the same building. They are produced by the same company. They just have different branding, okay? So we're going to take a look at this 24 volt battery here and this 24 volt battery here. Now, we're not going to zoom in or do anything crazy fancy work with the camera. They are identical. The only difference is the branding. The cases, the plastic injection molded handles, the top piece, everything about the case down to everything. I mean, every single piece of it is identical. The only thing different is the labels. Even the serial number, like how the serial number is created, the format of the serial number is exactly the same. Even the Bluetooth on top for the smart battery technology, even that logo, that layout is the exact same. That serial number or that barcode, QR code, or the format of the serial number, it is identical. Same font, same everything. These things are made in the same building. There's no question about it. The weight of them, the rated capacity, the rated energy, the charging voltage, max continuous charge, discharge, they are identical. Like they are 100% identical. There's no question about it. Okay, so we have used all 4 of them. These are the 24 volt 50 amp hours. We have used them. They both have worked phenomenally. Okay, when we tested the 12 volt and the 24 volt, there was a difference in torque, and that was really present on the Shoalie. If you haven't seen those videos, we made them a while back. They're on the channel. The Shoalie is faster with the 24 volt battery than the 12 volt battery. But as you guys can see, the 12 volt battery is 12 pounds, and this is, well, it's significantly heavier. I don't know what it weighs, I don't remember. But this thing is way lighter, okay? This week, I've been offshore, okay? I was offshore for 6 hours a day. I was offshore in the kayak for 6 hours yesterday. I have not caught the sailfish I've been chasing. I trolled 10 plus miles both days, and I still have not hooked a sailfish. Jack lost a sailfish, Josh lost a sailfish, and Donnie caught a sailfish today. Glenn also lost a sailfish. I did lose 2 baits to something that was probably could have been it, but whatever. Yesterday I caught a nice mahi for our area, and here's a little video clip in the corner of that. But we're here to talk about batteries, okay? And battery-wise, I trolled for, at 2 miles per hour for 6 hours, you're gonna go about 12 miles. I spent a ton of time doing about 1.8, 2.4, and I did 4.5 to 5 miles per hour with this battery for a while, just to go see Jack and drop that mahi off in his fish bag. And for a while, I went 2 miles one direction to him, went well over 10 miles in a 6 hour period, and I used 25% of this battery. That's right, I used 25% of this battery in a 6 hour period. So that's a 50 amp hour battery, which really means that you could go, we'll say 20 plus miles at 2.5, 3 miles per hour and never have any issues. And really, you're trolling. That's one way of fishing, but if you're just fishing for bass and you're just like bumping around, cruising around, man, you are never gonna kill one of these batteries. So today, when I went offshore, I took the 12 volt 50 amp hour. Now, knowing that I couldn't do 5 miles per hour, the 24 volt, I can take the Crescent Shoalie that's back there, and I can do I can do 5 miles per hour forever. With this battery, which is a 12 volt battery, I was only able to do a max speed of 4.4, and that was after I pulled the bait tube back into the kayak. With the bait tube in the water, I was only doing about 4.1 max speed. Obviously, there's a bunch of resistance to that bait tube. With the 12 volt system, yes, the trolling motor, the Garmin Force, has less thrust, right? It has less power, less torque. However, 2 miles per hour is pretty much the sweet spot, I would say, for what I was doing today. And I went a little faster at times, just bumping around, trying to get somewhere. And I only used 25% of this battery. 6 hours, under not a lot of heavy current or anything crazy, but 6 hours, and I only used 20% of the 12 volt battery as well. Now, did I have less top end power or less top end speed? Yes. But my goal for pushing the kayak across the beach is to keep the kayak light, and this 12 volt crushes it, man. So I know a lot of people in their minds, I gotta have a 100 amp hour battery, I gotta have as many volts as I can get away with, and it's a race boat. It's not a race boat, man. Kayak fishing, the majority of the time is spent going super slow. So for me, the 12 volt wins. Like tomorrow, when I go back out there, I'm taking the 12 volt, man, because it's lighter. Look at this thing, it's so tiny. Now, when we compare 12 volts from the Power Queen to the LiTime, it's the same battery, okay? It's the same. Even the strap, like how the strap goes in here, everything about the strap is identical. Once again, the barcode, identical. The only thing difference, this one is a dumb battery as it doesn't have Bluetooth. This is a smart battery. It has Bluetooth, which probably does make this thing a little bit heavier. Not much. We're not gonna weigh it or anything crazy. I have been putting a battery tracker on this one to monitor the battery percentage. But overall, they're exactly the same. They do the same thing, and I've been extremely happy. So we did a lot of rambling, talked about some numbers, talked about the batteries themselves. I would tell you right now, without any questions, if I was in the market for a battery, whether it was Power Queen or LiTime, I would go to their website. I would find whatever battery had the best price, period, with charger. So say I wanted a 12 volt battery, I'd buy a 12 volt 50. I do like having the smart battery just because it's nice to push a button on your phone and see. If you have a 12 volt though, you can install one of those battery trackers, but it being built in is incredibly nice, okay? So, but for me, going offshore, if I had to push my kayak far, across the beach or whatever, I'd get the 12 volt. I'd get the lighter battery. Right now, if weight wasn't a concern, I had a heavier kayak like an XTR, I'd get the 24 volt just to have that extra power, right? The Shoaly is a river kayak. Realistically, it pushes through the water very, very easy. It paddles easy. It gets propelled easy. So the 12 volt crushes it, man. But the whole point of the video is I would not spend a fortune buying a name brand that has a crazy marketing budget. I would go to Power Queen or LiTime. I would find the battery that fit my needs, 12 volt, 24 volt. I think people really overestimate the amp hours that they're gonna need. And I think the Garmin Force is pretty efficient when it comes to battery usage. But I think people really overestimate it, and they all end up getting 100 amp hour batteries for no reason, and then their battery's just heavy. Now, if you want to fish for multiple days, 100 amp hours, cool, right? And I could have fished with this tomorrow without charging it, but I'm a responsible person, so I'm going to charge it. But look, those are just thoughts. Those are my opinions. I'm going to stop rambling. I can sit here all day. I'm starting to sweat my butt off. Get you a battery that works for you. Do not hesitate to buy one of these, okay? Whether it's LiTime or Power Queen or whoever else. They're just so much, they're priced so much better, okay? So that's it. We're done rambling. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. That's it. Have a good day.